This thing was smashed. Engine has left the chat. Give you guys a little update. Got a new lift. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, I sell used auto parts on eBay and I just make videos. I'm recording my journey, just recording my process and just showing you guys what I do, how I do it. Just trying to give you tips, trying to give you tricks, just trying to help you out in any way I can. So if you have any questions at any time, just feel free to drop a comment down below. But in today's video, I actually have something that you guys have been waiting for, and we're gonna be dismantling a car, a vehicle that I bought. And as you probably saw from the thumbnail, it's gonna be a good one. So let's go ahead, let's go outside, let's check it out, see what we got, and let's get started. Before we go outside and check out the car that I got, I just wanna give you guys a little update. Got a new lift. It's like a 6,000 pound lift. It's a mid-rise, so it goes up like almost 6 feet, but not quite. I'll show you once the car's on there, but picked this up at a different auction. I think I paid, the winning bid was $1,500 and then a couple $100 in fees. So it's a Mac Tools 6K lift. It's pretty nice. I like it. I've been using it already for a few vehicles. It's been great. Another new addition to the shop is this little Temu forklift. I don't know if I showed this or not. It's not actually Temu, but I call it the Temu forklift because it looks, you know, it's nice and orange. It looks like a Temu forklift. But it's kind of like a pallet jack slash forklift. So this boom, it lifts up, I think they say it's 5 feet, 5.5, something like that. So pretty nice for like engines and transmissions. You just kind of fork them. Could load it up in the back of somebody's truck, load it up on my own truck or whatever. But anyways, just thought I'd update you guys. This is what we picked up. It's a 2023 Ford Escape ST. I'll show you around. Let's check it out. This thing was smashed pretty good. Kind of like the other one, the Jetta. This one wasn't quite as bad, but engine has left the chat. It's in the back of the truck here. It's kind of nuts. That's all that we got left. I mean, the exhaust is just hanging loose. The cat is ready to be chopped off. The back is in decent condition. I mean, we still got the tailgate, all that. This door looks to be okay as well. Let me know what you guys think. This is the one we're gonna be taking apart. I'll show you guys exactly how I do it step by step. Let's take a peek inside. Hop up here. Woof. So this is what they do. If you get a car that's wrecked, sometimes the cleanup crew, they just sweep the road and they load it right up for you. Free stuff, man. It's good. It's good stuff. Gotta love free garbage. This is what the back looks like. More free garbage. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna clean out all this crap, see what's good. I think that screen is cracked, unfortunately, but that's all right. We didn't pay much for this thing. I want to get this thing washed and I want to get it unloaded, and then I'm going to reveal exactly how much we paid for this 2023 Ford Escape ST. Getting unloaded might be a little tricky. My plan, let me tell you guys my plan, all right? Because I want it above the lift, and obviously this is not in any rolling condition. It would have been nice if this wheel was straight, but nonetheless, I'm hoping it'll still roll, even though it's you know, towed out. Unlike this other one, this one's still good. It's perfectly straight. So my goal is to lift the front end with like a jack, and hopefully I'll use my winch too. That way it doesn't just roll off the trailer. If it does start moving, I'll use my winch to hold it back. But hopefully just jack up the front and roll it backwards right over the lift. I'm gonna back up a little bit more, but honestly, I'm hoping this wheel does rotate. If it doesn't, we'll figure some things out, but I'm confident it will. This is a problem. If you haven't noticed, I might have to just remove this quick or cut it off. This piece of like the subframe, I might just sawzall all that off quick. You can see all of the subframe that's still connected. It's kind of hard to tell because it's a jumbled mess, but I could potentially remove all that real quick and just have basically the 2 frame rails of the car with nothing in between here. So that might just be the plan. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna take off this wheel and whatever's holding it up here. That way we don't have a huge mess. Look at that, my first 300 bucks off this car. Now what I want to do, I'm going to try to lift the front end and see what else is connected out of all of this. But before I lift the front end, I'm going to probably end up putting one of these blocks just in case. Chalk up the rear wheel. That way it's not rolling on me. All right, I got the car in the air with the jack. You can see I was moving some of this around. It's all kind of like separate from the car. I'm just gonna have to unclip this brake wire, the ABS sensor, and then try to hopefully pull this out even, move it out of the way. You have to be careful not to use any like power tools here because this might be like fuel lines. You don't want to cause a spark and ignite, you know, your car on fire before you even get to make any money off of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to disconnect a bunch of this stuff. Got a nice underside view. Look at that, it's like brand new. Can't remember, I think it was 30,000 miles is what it said, but I could be wrong. But it's definitely nice, relatively speaking. I actually just removed this block like an inch back, and I pulled the wheel and it actually started rolling. So what I did, saw me jack up that side. We removed all the debris. So actually the front end is off the ground. That side is on the jack stand, but it's actually off the jack stand. So if I lift it even just a little more, it's already floating. So all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hook up my winch. This is actually my winch box. See my tow hook there? I'm gonna hook it somewhere secure. That way, when the car starts rolling down the ramps using gravity, we're gonna roll this thing off. So I'm not even gonna have to pull it or nothing, but I'm gonna back up when the ramp is out and the car makes it all the way down, and I could just have it right there on the ground. Once the wheel's on the ground, I'll put some jack stands under the front, and then we'll be able to just drive out with the trailer, if that makes sense. Then we'll just have the lift. Honestly, we might even just be able to lift it. What am I saying? We'll just use the lift. Sorry guys, the lift is new. I don't even know what I'm doing with this lift, but we'll use the lift. Once it's off just even a little bit, we'll lift it, and then we can reposition it once it's on the ground. But that's kind of how you would do it if you didn't have the lift. You drive it off, put the back wheels on the ground, and then even though it's crooked like this, it's still gonna roll, surprisingly. And once the back wheel's on the ground, you just put a jack stand under the front of the car and high enough so it clears your trailer, and that's it, boom, drive out. And then look at all this crap that we pulled out. So the whole subframe still looks pretty clean, not even rusty, nothing. All this junk, not these tires are off something else, obviously. But the knuckle, the shock, all this is bad. The only thing I might consider selling is the brake caliper. But obviously, the suspension, all that, we're not gonna sell. Even off of this corner, obviously, you don't wanna sell any kind of bent parts. So even though it might look good, doesn't look bent, we don't wanna sell any tweak stuff. I'd even be hesitant to sell the good side over there where nothing's bent. But guess we'll see when we get there. I'm gonna try to straighten out the car. I'm gonna pull it back up and turn it at the same time. All right, the back wheels are actually on the ground. At this point, if I didn't have the lift, all I would do, and I still might do this, just so I can get my trailer up out of there, remove the ramp, put a jack stand, and then on this side, same thing. Remove the ramp, put a jack stand as far forward as you can. You can try to push at the wheels. It's easier to actually move a car if you didn't know if you push at the wheels. So if you have some help, I'm doing this all myself today, but you could just put a jack stand, should be enough, but you can push it just a little bit if it's not enough. But being I have no engine, it's definitely enough. I can just go ahead and put a jack stand. I'll jack it up even some more, potentially. Put a jack stand, drive right out with my trailer, boom. Jack up the back, put jack stands, you're ready to disassemble it right where it's at. So if you're gonna use this method, you gotta put your trailer exactly where you want your car. Like plan out where your ramp is gonna be, where the back tire is gonna land. Because once it's on the ground, it's hard to move. The jack is on the trailer, so you're gonna have to put that jack stand, drive out, and then it's just easier. You know, why push it on the ground when you can just roll it off your trailer using gravity? and then right where you leave it, that's where it's gonna be, you know? So just park your trailer, you know, where you need it. That's just the best tip I can give you right off the bat. Otherwise, you're gonna be moving it on the ground for no reason, so. Boom, just like that, done, easy. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slide my lift over just a little bit because it's not quite center. It's a portable lift, by the way. So I could just scoot it over, see those wheels. The other side it moves, piece of cake. I'll just scooch it and then we'll lift up the car. So that's about as high as my lift goes. I mean, under here, I could walk under this part because it's kind of bent up. But under the rest of the car, I can't walk. So this is just about eye level. It's kind of like right here. So it's about, I don't know. This is 4 feet with the extensions, which I could have put on. Could have got another 6 inches. But this is plenty, you know. I don't need anything really underneath. And then for what I do, dismantling cars, if I had posts right here in the way, they would be in the way all the time with the legs and the 2 posts on each side. So this is perfect for me. 2 posts has its own benefits, but so does this one. This is called a mid-rise. And then we can now get a good glance, everything underneath. We can do what we need to do, you know? And then if you're wondering what these are shackles that I use to, like, you saw I was hooking the ropes or the cable to my winch. I had one on the back too. I use them to strap the car down too. So you can see I had this one here. It was strapped that way when it was on the trailer. Usually strap it to the wheel. That way it won't scratch the wheel and it's fast. But I wasn't sure if this wheel was obviously attached well. So I just hooked it to something behind there. Something a little more sturdy. That's gonna be it for this video. On the next video, we're gonna actually start dismantling this thing, and you're gonna see exactly my process, how I like to do it, and where I like to start. Because where do you even begin on something like this? You know, like if you were just starting out, you'd have probably no clue. Like honestly, like I had no clue what I was doing when I first started. So subscribe, make sure to stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.